change the name, so I let it in this way, .res applications. In the first days of our company, or to be honest, after the first year of the company, we thought about to giving a mission statement, as every good company have a mission statement, and this was the outcome. And to be honest, this is 25 years after building this company, the same statement: the consulting and development partner for digitizing document-based processes with open source on desktop. So all what we are doing since 25 years is with this. To be a little bit in the history, and I think we will discuss it a little bit more. It's more nowadays more the consulting area we are focusing on than the development area for open source and especially for free office suites. So what we are doing is advice, consultancy, all service kind of services around these digitization of document processes. And if it comes to the point that we need development, bug fixing in coding, or advanced features bringing into the core of LibreOffice or other open source things, then we nowadays are a proxy, so that we have partners in Europe, hopefully in Asia, for bringing these solutions to the customers. So yes, the experience was that this development stuff, having development stuff at the company, was a very volatile business, and we concentrated on consulting. And the second is, to be honest, this have very much to do with me as person, as owner of this company. I'm not so much the development-oriented person. I'm more the people person, the front desk person, and this have consequences for the company, definitely. The other consequence out of this history of the company is that we do not have products or license-based business. So all we are doing is services, and this means that we follow not a strategy for selling license fees for support or support contracts, long-term versions or something like this. What we are doing is selling our know-how, in-person consultancy. And this means that we have not a huge scale up in the company revenue with selling license fees. Our scale up is done with selling more hours of consultants. So time-based revenue, and yeah. To give you an overview about this, is partially translated to English, I'm sorry. We are, as I said, we are very much experienced in this user desk area, in this more front desk oriented. This was a very thoughtful positioning, because everybody in Europe is positioning in Linux, in open source on the server side, and the operation system side. And 20 years ago, there was a huge lack of people who are doing desktop stuff. And this was the decision, and it turned out it was right to not do the same as everybody else, but something else. It was not easy. It was not the case, but it was the right decision. Last but not least, to give you a few, to be honest, these are German brands or European brands. Perhaps you know some of them. Very international is JP Morgan Chase. We did some work for them in PDF production. We did how do you say, a software for PDF production in the background for their trading system. We did some feasibility studies for the German Bundesbank to evaluate if they can migrate to open source. Or nowadays, a very famous customer is this migration to LibreOffice of Schleswig-Holstein. 25,000 clients going from Microsoft Office to LibreOffice. Or the other pendant is Thüringen. It's also a country in Germany with 18,000 clients. They are on the way to migrate it, and so on. So huge customers, little customers, all about open source, migrating nowadays to online versions of LibreOffice technologies, and so on. Yeah, what should I say more? Yeah, last but not least, perhaps as introduction for the discussion. So with this kind of business we are doing, we do not do a lot of fixed price business. So it's typically this hourly rate for consultancy, for advice, and this is done in 3 categories. This is more or less a categorization of experiences in doing stuff with open source software, and these have 3 different prices. And the higher the seniority you need for doing the consultancy, the higher the price is. So if you want to know which price it is, let's talk in the background, and then I will tell you to you. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Lothar, to introduce his business. Now the next one is Kevin Lin from Taiwan. You know, I spent quite a lot of effort to convince him to come here. So, okay, let's welcome Kevin.
Hi, everybody. This is my first time to speak in official LibreOffice conference, so I'm happy. So I'm happy to be here. Today I want to show how we work with LibreOffice and open source communities. So, what do I do? My job is to connect government, enterprise, and the open source community. I also help our customers keep a balanced view of open source. Is powerful, but it still needs good planning and support. First, let me introduce OSSII, our company, and what we focus on. OSSII means Open Source Integral Institute. We start in 2003 and focus on enterprise information service. Our goal is to use open source solutions to create real business value for our customers. And our logo shows 2 hands holding the latest OSS. It means we want to embrace open source and support our customers. Our main expertise is LibreOffice, product development, and system integration. And we also customize and deploy Nextcloud for many organizations. In addition, we provide open source consulting, and we even build an e-school bag solution by combining LibreOffice and many other open source tools for schools during 2011 to 2013. On desktop side, we build LibreOffice. It's a LibreOffice-based office suite. We add features through extensions, fix bugs, and keep security patch up to date. We also integrate reporting function that customers need in their daily work. This helps users see how open source can really solve their problems. We also provide Office Online with a web-based office solution. It supports documents that we do not need to be downloaded and allow personalized watermarks. With ODF Web, our storage platform built on Nextcloud, we provide full text search, data migration from NAS and FTP, and advanced access control. This gives organizations a complete open source platform for documents and collaboration. Here are some examples of our customers in Taiwan and partners from governments and industry. These projects include OX Office Desktop Online and ODF Web integrations. They show that open source office solutions can work in real large-scale environments. Okay. Next, I want to share more about our work around LibreOffice in Taiwan. For more than 10 years, we have supported Taiwan's government's ODF policy. We have designed policies and also provide technical solutions based on LibreOffice. We integrate LibreOffice into different commercial and open source systems. And whatever possible, we open source our work so that the community can reuse it. This page is from Taiwan's Ministry of Digital Affairs. It lists official ODF applications tools based on LibreOffice and OX Office. These tools are usually used by many government agents in their daily document work. Here you can see the public GitHub organization for these ODF tools. The code is open, so anyone can review, use, and contribute. This is an example of how government and open source communities can work together. Finally, let me summarize our role and our vision in this ecosystem. The page is simple. We see an open source service provided as a bridge. On one side are community and the commercial open source projects. On the other side are enterprise, government, IT vendors, and individual users. Our job is to connect through operations, development, integration, and training. Our vision is simple. We want to open a closed software world in Taiwan and encourage more cooperation and innovation. We help users depends less on a few big vendors, but still keep a healthy business environment. And we support digital sovereignty by avoiding strong vendor lock-in. Okay, thank you for listening. If you are interested in ODF, LibreOffice, or Nextcloud projects in Taiwan, I will happy to share more information for you. Thank you.
This is a big step for Kevin, to speak English in public. Okay, next one, we welcome Harris to introduce his business. He has two companies, right?
Yes. Okay. Next thing. Oh. Before, because I'm not a director in the bird company, so I don't want to talk about the vision and mission. It's different. I work in two companies. One is as a vice director, and the other is as owner. I will try to give you some example what I am doing. Mostly, many government officers call me a technology magician because they have a lot of problem and they ask me solution. Mostly can you do this in 3 weeks or 4 weeks and even 2 weeks? So I'm a magician. What is I'm doing in production? The biggest one is the criminal record database based on biometric. It's used by Indonesian General Attorney, mostly in the intelligence department. The system I study a little bit like, not complex like the CIA, but I want to be like in the movie Need for Speed. There is a code eye, so the database can access by camera or CCTV and everything. So you can see, I can take a photo of Franklin, maybe in the database, is he have a criminal record or not? And actually, I never success solved LibreOffice in my career, never, until now. But I push the user to use LibreOffice without they know it's LibreOffice. So in this system, we generate some like a card, not totally card, but it's like a wallpaper. So there is your photo, your fingerprint, and left side, right side, like that. People captured by FBI or something. And to generate this, we use the LibreOffice as backend. And next year, there will be more implementation. Yesterday, I told them that can we try use Linux and LibreOffice as a desktop? Why? No, I just want to try. Not directly push you to use Linux, but I want to try make some experiment. If it's good, it's depend on you. But I try to one step ahead. This is the biggest one because it will be used in every city in Indonesia next January. We have more than 400 cities. And then this is help desk system. This is randomly I found in GitHub actually. So I'm handling a user from the government officer. It's really make me crazy. I cannot handle user directly like a Lothar maybe. I'm too temperamental. So I need to figure out how to communicate with them without facing face to face. So I asked my team to find some ticketing system with really simple one. There is a lot of open source one, like a open source ticket, OS ticket is good, too complex. Bugzilla, more crazy. I want the simple one. And then I found this. It's based on Zaman. But I told my team that we cannot just take it and change the name. Let's find something and we can push to upstream. And we found there is no Indonesian localization. So my teammates do the all Indonesian localization, push it to upstream, and Rania become the maintainer of the Indonesian localization. This is on production. And the next company, this is built by three of us, me, Rania, and Sofyan. This is a last year product. It's a secure messenger. Actually, it's Matrix, but we made the client by ourselves. The protocol still use Matrix, but we changed like a /_ Matrix, we changed to our own. It's used by the election department last year, presidential election department. I think they're happy because there is no activity that they use it. They use WhatsApp every day. But I see the log, there is more than 300,000 users. But it's all. And this is tax management system that integrated with their job. It's based on Blanca. And this is staging one. The most difficult, I think, is actually based on Graph OS. I bring the phone. It's based on Graph OS using Google Pixel. It's ordered by the government because mostly my job in military or the government. It's Graph OS is already secure, but our government need more secure things, so we add more valuable item. So we modified the Graph OS, we put it by ourselves, change the names, and put some feature. It's quite difficult because doing Android source code is really make crazy. But this is fun, and we put another gimmick on it. It can be desktop mode, so you can plug in the projector, and it can run Debian as KVM. So I installed a few minutes ago. I installed LibreOffice on it. Yeah, in Debian. Run on KVM, not in Cheharut or in Fiancy. That's the gimmick. Now, this is only the idea, but not yet solved. You can copy it. This is on PPP. It's solved when COVID break. There is many organization order us to make like something like a Zoom, but they don't want using Zoom. So we use a BBB as a classroom. Then, of course, because of pandemic, school or course won't have online, so it's based on Moodle. But this really never profit because there is a lot of school, and I feel like maybe if I take money from the school, the small one in rural area, I'm be the bad guy. So mostly we donate even the server. So it is not good for business actually. And this multimedia streaming. Nextcloud, yes, but never success. But it's fun. The new Nextcloud, the template I just found last month, it created by Rania and team. The template in Nextcloud. So I don't know where since when. If you update the new Nextcloud, there is Indonesia template. And yeah, first time using Collabora, then move to Oxford. But it's really fun. I want to try the new Collabora Office desktop. I'm waiting to it out. This is photo management by Prism. Yeah, the last year product. Ministry of Information. It's like a MODA in Taipei. They have issue with the browser alliance because our government want to have the root CA for SSL or for digital signature. But browser alliance rejected Indonesia as a government because they want the root CA taken by a private company, not the government. So rejected, and it makes the ministry mad. So they asked me that can you have a POC to make our root CA detected by the browser? Yes, as long as you pay me a lot of money, I can do that in 3 days. And then just open the Firefox source code and injected the root CA, and yes, I'm a magician. So last year, job. Yes, I think that's, you can copy, I'm happy with it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for Harris. Okay, so now the 3 speakers presented their business. And here I will give a simple summary. Their style, their business style. For Kevin, I know him for a long time. They started in 2003 based on OpenOffice.org at the time. And now they focus on LibreOffice and Nextcloud. So they make products, they have development, they do the customization. But for Lothar, his style is different. He started with the first business service partner for Star Office even earlier, right? And OpenOffice.org. And now he does service only. He doesn't do products and the business and development, right? Right. And for Harris, he now in two companies, and the 2 companies have different style. STIA based on project, right? And then Nangala. They focus more on product. They both have development, they have customization, but they have different focus. So what common thing among them is that they all started from involving open source projects. And they develop their certain abilities, no matter in development or community leadership or business abilities. But for them, it's always not easy to make the big company big. Right? Now they own company less than 10 employees, right? Less than 10 employees. All of them are like this. But also, because they are not big companies, so they always need to partner with other companies. So that's why we always say fight as a group. And they all have budget-heavy government. So later I will have a question about this. That's the common part among the 3. So now, please welcome the three speakers. Come to the front, and I will have questions for you all.
The big blue in the middle.
Okay. So I prepared 4 questions. We'll see the time if time is enough for them. The first question you can see. The first question is that 2 different concepts of business. One is open source business. Another one is business using open source technology. How do you think the difference between them, and what do you prefer? Harris, you are the last presenter, so you first to answer this question.
First. It's difficult, but
It is.
I can answer the second one. Because this is my way of life, maybe in open source project. I choose the business using open source technology. I choose that because I don't know why. I was born as a technology person because of the community of open source. Actually, I never studied in university, but the community teach me how to do many things using Linux, using open source. But when I was in community, I feel like a pity because many of them cannot survive because the economic issue and like that. So I'm thinking like I want to be like a Bill Gates of Microsoft. So I need to become a good company, big company, or something that make a lot of money. Then I can donate to open source back. Until now, I'm thinking like that. So I try to use open source technology. I don't want to reinvent the wheel, but in my spare time, or if I have some like good enough resource, I would love to donate it back to community or to open source. Maybe become as a sponsor, but that's I cannot answer which open source will be. Thank you.
So Kevin, you're next.
I prepared the script too.
That's okay, that's fine.
First, the key difference between the open source business and the business that use open source is who drives the product roadmap. In Taiwan, customers often need a lot of customized and fast change, especially in governments. That means we can't just be users of open source projects. We have to act like an open source business company. So able to change the code and adjust the roadmap is very important. At the same time, we combine multiple open source tools into complete software solutions. So we actually operate in both modes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So the Lothar, your turn.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, to be honest, it's difficult to see the difference between open source business and business using open source technology. My interpretation is this, that's the difference between contributing in code and contributing with services. And as I said, as you argumented, my history is coming from both, and was going to more business using open source technology, because in person I'm more the person who do contacts with customers and so on. But in the last days, as I'm getting older, it's coming back to open source business, as I the consultancy is coming back more to advise how to engage in open source. So my customers ask me, can you help me in coming in contact in the community with Nextcloud, for example, or something like this. So this is not service in the sense of training or support, but in advice to be in contact with open source technology.
Okay, thank you. You know, I put this question because in 2023, I wrote a manual about PMPC, Public Money Protocol, for the Norman Foundation in Germany. And in the press release of that manual, an audience asked me these questions. He asked me about the business, open source business, open source business, yes. I think there is a common concept or common interpretation about that. The difference between these two is that, my definition is that open source business means you have open source software or project first, and think about the business around it. The other one is that you have a business model first, and think which tool it is. That's the difference, I think, in my definition. So I asked about your opinion about that, because there is no right or wrong, just different type. Sorry, we will have open question later. Sorry. Okay, so that's my first question. Okay, let's advance to the second question. The second question is about developing product and focus on project. That's an issue always, especially a company starting. When you just start a company, you will always face this problem. So, what do you think about developing product first or focus on project first? What's your strategy? I think this question you can answer first.
Okay. We do both products and projects at the same time in government projects. But there is one important rule for us. Projects should not slow down our product work. This is my most important work. So we try to choose the projects that fit our product roadmap. When we build future for a project, we think first, can this also become part of our standard product? In this way, after a project is finished, our product becomes better and more useful for our customers.
Okay, thank you. So Lothar, I know you don't do developing, but I think even your service, they can be a product.
That's exactly my answer to this.
Yeah, so what do you think about these two strategies and what's your thought?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Not you, as a service company, you are not thinking about coded products, but service products. So let me give an example. We have a bunch of standardized educational products around LibreOffice, for example, or in the new days, which is coming up very, very fast, the combination of file sharing with online office in different flavors we all know. So these are standardized products, but service products in this sense. And again, this is typical for me in person, not to have a coded product, but even, and the way is exactly you define. First of all, you have a need, you have an individual solution, and then you think about what from this solution comes also as need from other customers. And out of one project, out of one need, there's getting a product.
So I'm curious about your experience, because when we talk about products, usually it means we have one thing, we can sell it repeatedly. You can use it, they can be used in different customers, and but usually when we face a customer, they always ask for a little customization or something like that. So what you really experience that you try to put it as a service product, but do you face really many customers that ask you to change your plan or change you always hope the service can be a standard process, and so it can be used in many different customers. But I just wonder how many customers you face that ask you to change your way or something like that.
But that's the same for a coded
Yes.
It's not fitting all over all. It's let's say if it's 80-20, that's fine. That's fine. That's kind of a product you have. With a product, you are doing 80% of the needs and 20%, and then you have to have a calculation for the price, which this covers also some individual work on it. And if you are a happy provider, the percentage go up. It goes.
Actually, if it can be 80-20, you will be very lucky.
Yeah, but.
I have to say that the customer I face usually acts more than 20 customization.
Yeah, but it's selling. You have to convince that this is the need the customer have.
Okay, Iris, what about yourself? I know you have two different.
Yes, so I do both. In the first company, I'm doing the project mindset. So everything based on project. If there's no project, I'm happy. No working, but still have salary. But in a small one, another company, we do the product first. So at least it's a POC. And it's based on instinct, mostly in instinct. I never studied a business class or something. I just make an instinct. For example, the secure messenger. I believe that next year, when the political year, like a presidential election and something, there will be organization that asks something like this. So it's based on truly instinct. So I do both. But sometimes when we have no budget at all, I switch. I do the project. To do the project.
That's the question I want to ask, because usually for a company like this, if you want to put very much effort on product, usually means you may have less income. And you need to survive.
Yes.
You need to survive, so you may need to switch more to the projects. So I think Kevin just made a very, very important and important point that he chooses projects that can fit his product line. I think that is very important strategy for this. So I know you suffer from this.
Well, this is also funny things like the second company, mostly actually in research and technology. But because of something like a budgeting, sometimes we accept that it's not technological thing, like doing the artwork. Yeah, I know we can do that, but it's not too much. But we need the cash off. So okay. As long as you're not asking me to kill someone, I'm accepted.
Okay, thank you. So the next question, you all have government projects, migrating or with some document format or anything like that. So what's the biggest challenge you face for helping government? I'm talking about government because I know having government, having a private company is different. So what's your biggest challenge for helping government? I think Lothar, you can answer first.
I will start to answer this question with what I did last year in the Asian conference. Don't blame your customer. Do not blame your customer.
It's impossible,
so, no slide, no video. Well, to be honest, it's the human being. it's the resistance of change for new solution, and that's not so different between public sector and private sector. It's the same. What is the difference in public sector is that the power of the resistance is much more in place in governmental area because they are we have this concept as a steward in the government. You can stay and you can have your own opinion and so on, and you are not permanently on a way to be fired or something like this. So the power of resistance is in public sector very, very hard, and you have to address this in your business, and even to calculate it in your budget, this kind of resistance, and you have to handle this. And we all know it's the less technical stuff. It's more about information, about training, and so on to address this resistance.
Okay, Harris?
I have a bad experience about this. Well, I was migrating one province in 2008 until 2010. It's so long ago, before the LibreOffice era. So it's still OpenOffice, and you know, at that time, the office suite in Linux really sucks. But the most challenging thing is, like Lothar said, is human resource. Personally, I would blame the user, but Lothar said, don't blame. So I tried to blame
the customer.
Yeah. It's because at that time I work as an NGO, so we have funding from another organization. We approach them, and the mayor agreed, the governor agreed. So I was migrating in Aceh. Now they have a disaster. But I have a tricky part, because when I was come there, I have, me is a Java tribe, they are Aceh tribe and different tribes. I cannot face-to-face with them, otherwise it's like a fighting, because the local language different, the dialect different, the culture is opposite. So I'm thinking that human resource can be fight with also human resource. So I met the local community, I teach them. So they're helping me migrate. So if they are meeting with the user, the community will handle that. And the most success thing in 2 years is actually because it's localization actually at that time. I don't know why. Many users, Microsoft Office user and Windows user at that time cannot write using Arabic at that place. And you know the Aceh have a Sharia law. It's different with another city in Indonesia. So the letter header of organization, a few characters using Arabic. It's really Arabic. Many things using Arabic. At that time, I don't know why, but they cannot, are difficult to do that. But when using OpenOffice at that time and Linux, they're able to do that, and the mayor feel happy. This is good, this is Islamic way, they say that. And the other thing is, Indonesia have more than 5,000 languages. Okay, in the rural area, different province outside Java, they're difficult to speak Indonesian, or the Indonesian is little bit different. They cannot understand English. Many people, when we see the Microsoft Windows menu, it's all English at that time. And I say, oh, we can switch it into Indonesia, and you can also use your local language. We can teach you how to do that. So it works for 2 years. Then after I leave,
they learn to use WebLate. I still can't manage to use it.
No, at that time we teach them how to use a PoEdit, not WebLate, not Axis at that time, I think.
Yeah.
So PoEdit. So they feeling very well, especially every tribe. They are very grateful. Each tribe, oh, we can use our locality and try to build it. So, but after we leave, after 2 years, no somebody to take care of the migration back again. So I feel I'm fine.
Always. Kevin?
The largest challenge is finding a real decision maker and earning enough trust that they can tell us their concern and constraints. If we can do that, the migration usually goes well.
The right decision maker, that's what I said yesterday. You need to find a key person. And he needs to be really want to do this. And that's a really big challenge. Okay, the last question for you all is the biggest one. And is the topic of this panel. So what's the most valuable lesson you learned from running your business for such a long time? Kevin first.
Maybe it showed me a lot of creative possibilities. But to be honest, this question is huge, very large. I know. At this stage, running a business isn't about open source at all anymore. It's all about people. The founder ends up spending most of their time handling the people issues, not code or business models. Maybe somebody will know what I say.
Always.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Guess what I've written here? It's all about people. It's not about technology. It's all about people. Finding a buying center, finding the right person who decides to say yes to you, who say yes to your offer you're doing is very hard. Getting the right people in the company, having the same passion as you doing this job in the way you are doing is very hard. Is to hold them. And if I can add one thing is what I've really learned hard is stick by your values. Stick by your values. If you are convinced that open source is the right thing, then do this as your business. I can tell you there were a lot of waves in the 25 years where people said, hey, forget it, you never will have success with this. And certainly you have to think about it, what you have to in the offer and so on. But if this is your passion, stick by it.
Yeah, actually, that's why we're still here. Right?
Absolutely.
Definitely. Yeah, Harris?
The answer is depend. For the private sector, I have no worries. For example, there is a shoes company that migrates into Linux. I just say, I will help you. I will help the several solutions. I will choose the good person to assist. But in the government, I am really traumatic. So I try to not believe in government if they want to migrate. I try my best, except they pay me more and more. Because they never think seriously about the open source project right now, my government. But if they change the man, maybe they can provide some donation or pay the developer to contribute to LibreOffice, for example. Maybe local developer to contribute to LibreOffice directly, technically. I will help. But before that, I don't want. But maybe the director of my company want to do that. I don't know. But personally, I will say, oh no, it's not my style. But in private sector, I have no worries. Because mostly the private sector, in my experience, they happy to move at the first time. Because at the first time, I will challenge them. Oh no, you doesn't need to migrate. Every time, you will fight. I say that. And they feel challenged. No, I think we can. No, you cannot. But they success to migrate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Since we have only less than 5 minutes, so maybe only 1 or 2 questions from you. Okay. So you have questions?
Is your metric chat separated with other parts of the metrics group? You said your company
Paris.
Your company had runs a metric server, right?
Matrix. Okay. Matrix.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have a metrics client,
Yes.
right? And you also run a metrics server.
Yeah.
So does that federate with other metric servers?
Can it use another matrix server?
Can communicate federated, right?
Yeah, sure.
Federation means.
Oh, there is two. There is two clients. One is the one, and one I open it.
No, I'm saying that let's say I have a metrics account which is on a different service, but it uses a metrics protocol.
Yeah.
And the main selling point of metrics is that you can communicate with all.
Basically can, but some client doesn't want to do that.
Okay. Oh, okay. So your client can customize according to
Yes.
their needs. So if they want only to keep the communication only within themselves, they can choose not to federate.
Yes.
Okay. You want to have
What's
a conclusion?
in local only. Yeah. There is some organization that only local in their office, not going outside.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So maybe one more. Do you have one more question? You? Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm very confused about the topic 3 questions. But sorry, I'm one of the person who are conservative because nowadays, I'm in charge of the other software. It's not open source, but in every year we have a lot of vulnerability of the security to deal. Yeah, in open source or other sources. What do you think of to deal with security vulnerabilities for developing products?
When you develop, you found that there is a lot of security issues.
Yeah, so I think for me personally, it take a risk to develop some product because I'm afraid I'm scared of vulnerabilities, but it happens. So that's why for me I'm afraid of having a vulnerabilities. What if I?
So you're afraid that your application will be hacked or something, right?
Yeah.
Stolen the data.
Yes. Because nowadays my manager is upgrade a lot of versions in software. So it's like the same as the open source products, like for upgrading for the vulnerabilities to deal with security.
Yeah, if you are doing business, you take risks, and this is one of the risks you have to take. But let me, as I said, stick by your values. If you're doing open source business, you are not standing on your own. There is a community who is caring about this. Not saying that we are not affected from security issues or something like this, but there's a group of developers or of people who are caring about these, and this is as open source man, this is really a good feeling that there are others looking in such things and helping.
Okay, thank you very much.
Because time is up, so I give a very simple conclusion about this panel. This is actually my conclusion among all this. So the first one is that our business is always never easy for big money. Especially usually open source business means do we make customization service more? So we need partners. So we need to find as a group. And Still, it's my opinion that you need to have a good business model first. Because if you don't have a good business model, you always cannot have money. But either it's about open source project itself around it, or just using that, that's fine. But you need to have a good business model first. And for the government, that's what I said yesterday. We cannot really, it's really not easy to push government to move to this world, but we need to be ready when they decided to do this. That's the way, like audio in Taiwan, how audio in Taiwan does, and also I think in Europe that's the same. We need to be ready when the government decided to do this. We can help them. So that's what we need to do. Okay, so let's thank all the speakers. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's your time.
Thank you. Yes,
I got
next
it. Goodbye.
is okay. This speaker is for
Svante Schubert. It's a difficult name. Svante Schubert. Swedish.
Schubert.
That's me, yes.
Swedish. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
the
the
title is from open license. The advantage of the OASIS, Open Document Format Standard.